Folks, let's take a minute to think about two critical roles in your business. Whether you have them fully developed, whether you don't have them at all, let's talk about them. Service manager and dispatcher. And I'm going to add a word in front of both of those: professional service manager and professional dispatcher. Let's first think about a service manager. A service manager, what defines them? Well, a couple criteria. Number one, do they have full P&L responsibility? If they do, one step closer to being a full service manager. Are they responsible for hiring and firing? Do they have that authority from you? Because they have responsibility for P&L, do you trust them? Do they trust themselves to take that responsibility on? Those are my two biggest criteria for your ability to call them a service manager or not. Then let's think about dispatcher. I'm going to give you three criteria. Does your dispatcher own all the tickets? Do they own the day? And do they own the inventory of hours? If so, carry on. If they don't, you don't have a dispatcher. If your service manager doesn't meet the criteria, you don't have a service manager, you have a supervisor. They're still awesome. I still love them. You still love them. They're doing a great job. But putting that designation of service manager or dispatcher on those folks we're not quite ready yet. At Bering McKinley, we have professional certification courses that are 12 hours in length. They're very intense, and they have to take a very difficult test at the end to ensure that they can meet the standards that we've set forth for those roles. Now, why is that training so important, and why is what I'm about to tell you so important as well? Being a service manager and being a dispatcher is a very lonely job. Who fills a dispatcher role? Usually it's somebody from outside the industry, and this is their first job in the industry. Who fills the role of a service manager? Typically, the service manager, it's the first time our organization's had a service manager, or they're the latest person to churn through the role. So both of those roles don't have a lot of context of exactly how the job can be done, exactly how the job should be done, and what the roles of responsibility are. And you as an owner, you have an idea of it, but let's be honest, this isn't your mission in life, is to understand what those two roles are. You didn't get born with it. It doesn't come natively to you. So imagine how lonely it is for those two roles. When we put them into those courses, they are suddenly surrounded by 8, 10, 15 other service managers and dispatchers in training, and they say, oh my gosh, there's other people doing this job. That's step one. Step two, get them into a peer team. And Bering McKinley Community has peer teams specifically for service managers and dispatchers. There, they'll go through much of the same process you're going through: accountability and education. They also get that added benefit of saying, I'm not alone. I now am building my network of peers that I can learn from, and that I can bounce ideas from, and that I can commiserate with. So you get them in those peer teams. Good news is, join a Bering McKinley peer team as a CEO. We're going to put those folks into a peer team for free. They're in it. So if you're going to have those roles, they better meet that standard. They better get that training. And what you really owe to them is an ability to communicate and get involved in the industry with their peers.